Good Tuesday morning to you today. It is, I guess it's Tuesday, almost the end of the month, September 28th. And I wanted to share with you where we're at with this going solar process the second time. So I'm Jamie Green, the Solar Queen, and I help homeowners go solar and save on their energy bills. And I love what I do. So I haven't been live for a while. I've actually been at some conferences. Hey, Corey Calvin, how are you? Uh, Maybe you're out flying and not texting at the same time. I was in Florida for a Grant Cardone scaling 10x scaling workshop, which was really, really great. And then I drove to Orlando, and I got to play golf at the famous Arnold Palmer Bay Hill course. Shot my very best 18 holes ever. I scored 103, which is amazing since I think I'm usually like around 118. But I've been taking some lessons and I have been practicing and applying what I'm learning. And I just went out and had a lot of fun. And we got to raise some money for two great charities. One is Operation Underground Railroad, where they go and they go in and rescue children from sex trafficking in very dangerous situations. So I was really, really happy to be able to contribute to that. Those are like real life heroes. And then also to orphanage in Liberia, where Myron Golden, who I went, we kind of put this golfing tournament together with Justin Benton from 101cbd.org. We had about, I think there were 12 or 16 people who went golfing, and we had a great, great time. And then I went to Funnel Hacking Live, which was all about, I don't know if you guys know who Russell Brunson is, but if you're in business, you should probably go check him out and learn what he does. But he helps people grow and grow their businesses online. So, and getting the right tools and all the things that you need to grow your business. If you're brick and mortar and you want to, have funnels and everything. So Funnel Hacking Live, hence the name. It's my very first time going to that conference. I've been following Russell for several years. So it was really fun to actually go for the first time. So shout out to Robbie Summers, who gave me some extra love there and just, making me feel very welcome with my friends there for the very first time at Funnel Hacking Live. There were a lot of people there, and it was great. So I have missed you guys, and so I wanted to give you guys an update on where things are at. So, life is all about waiting. Not all about waiting. You kind of got to go and make things happen in your life. If you have a goal and you set the goal and you want it, you got to take the steps that you need to achieve that goal. But one of the things that we as humans have a hard time doing is we have a hard time being patient. So one of the things that we try and teach our children is the art of delayed gratification, also known as waiting and waiting with expectation. So we have done this, and one way that we do this is we like schedule our trips and our vacations months out, maybe even half a year out, and we always have something to look forward to. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't go and have little trips and mini vacations on the side, but the really big trip, we're all about experiences and enjoying experiences rather than, that's just a priority for our lives and our families. So the art of delayed gratification. And the reason why this is important and why it applies to my talk today, or just this video, is that waiting, when you're going solar, there's a waiting process. So last video, which was about 10 days ago, probably maybe even 11 days ago, I shared that I approved the scope of work, and they went to work. The solar company went to work to get things going. So it is in the permitting process, which means the plan sets that are going to be submitted to the city for the panel, putting the panels on the roof, and any of the electrical work that's going to be done has to go to the city, and then we have to wait for permits. And depending on where you live, sometimes permits can be handed over the counter, depending on what kind of permit you're needing. Solar is a little different. They actually need to look at things, and they need to make sure everything's all good, and then then they can issue the permit over the counter. Like you can walk in and get it, but it might take a little bit of time for that permit to be processed. So we're in that waiting game right now and waiting for permits. I'm hoping permits will be issued sooner than later, but waiting is part of the game. So if you're going solar, I have a handful of homeowners who are in the waiting. We're in this waiting process. So like, like a holding, if pilots, sometimes they get into holding patterns before they can land the plane. And so we're kind of in this holding pattern. And let's see, Joaquin, it says, "Howdy from Hella, Norway, paradise on earth. Go solar." Hi, is it nighttime there yet? Probably not. You're what, 9 hours ahead of California? I hope you're doing well. Tell me how far north you are. So in the summertime, do you have really long days, and in the wintertime, do you have shorter days? Because it's fall, everybody. Early nighttime. So it's getting darker a little bit. Well, it's like 8 by 8 p.m. It's dark here in California. So anyhow, I know that you probably farther north, so you have longer summer days and shorter days during the winter. I could be wrong. You could educate me. I've never been to Norway. Someday, maybe I'll go to Norway. So pilots, going back to the whole pilot thing, pilots go into holding patterns until they can land safely. Air traffic control will let them know. And if Corey's still watching, he probably knows this, knows this well. But if you were fly commercially, you probably have been on a plane where there's a holding pattern. It kind of gets frustrating. You're like, I want to land, and you're eager and you have anticipation for landing. Well, same thing with solar. So many people get very, very eager about having the solar panels put on their rooftop, but we have to wait till permits are in hand. And if you're getting a main panel upgrade, what's happening now is the main panel upgrades will have to be done before the solar can be installed and tied in. So for people that are getting main panel upgrades, they're depending on what kind, if it's a like for like, or if it's up all the way from like a 100 to 200, where the utility company actually has to come out and special electricians come out and do the work. It's sometimes a little bit longer. So waiting is the name of the game. I wish I could speed it up. But the good news is I'm kind of coordinating this all with when we take delivery of our Tesla Model Y. So we've ordered a Tesla Model Y, and that delivery date actually got bumped up from like late December, early January to early December to late December. So maybe somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we get our Tesla. So I'm really excited about that, which is why we're going solar for the second time, is because it's just, we ran the numbers a little more cost effective for us. So why not be green with our energy, be green. I don't ever have to go to a gas station again. I'm so excited. Summer days are long and winter days are short. So you're getting sunset around 7 p.m. All right. Thanks for the education on when the sun, just based on where you're at. I guess that's latitude, right? So that is that. And then the other thing, that one way that we're going green, we're in a serious drought here in California. So we actually had someone come out and give us some quotes on turf, like not like football, soccer field turf, but a putting green turf. So we are actually going to be having that installed. The gentleman came out yesterday. If you want to have a good experience with the process of switching over for us, it's like dirt and mole holes in our backyard, which we haven't watered in several years just because we've had these moles and we didn't know how to combat them. But now we've decided we're going to put in some turf in the backyard with a little putting green. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I can pass along the salesperson who met with me yesterday, and you can have a conversation with him. And you can tell him that Jamie Green, the Solar Queen, sent you. So we're going that route. One, because it's going to be at least 10 years. I think they last like 10, 20 years. Maybe more, but we want to make the space livable and enjoyable. So we're going to make our effort, or make it so that we're contributing to using less water. Because it was either we need to plant grass and like water it, and we just feel like jerks watering our using a lot of water for during a drought, or we put in some turf and make it so that we never have to put fertilizer in the grass. We don't have to use water. We don't have to maintain it because it's just maintained. So all of that also means it's not going to be installed till February, likely. So waiting is the name of the game sometimes, and patience is a good thing. And when I told the gentleman, his name was is Steve. When I told him, he goes, "Now I'm going to tell you, it's going to take a while." And I was like, "Okay, well, what does that mean?" He goes, "Like Valentine's Day." And I said, "That's fine, no worries." He's like, "What? You're like the best customer ever." So all that to say, get good at the waiting game for things like this. I'm totally stuttering. The delayed gratification. And then you don't have anxiety over things because it's been helpful for us. So just wanted to let you know that we're waiting on permits, we're waiting on our Tesla, we're waiting on our putting green in the backyard so we can actually spend time in our backyard. And it is what it is. So that is it. I can't wait to give you an update on when we get the permits in hand, or when the solar installation company gets the permits in hand, and when I get to go live and show you the installation. I don't know if they're going to let me up on the roof, but I'm sure going to try and see if they will, since it's my house. I would not feel comfortable getting on the roof of somebody else's house on a solar installation, but since it's my house, I probably will get up onto my roof and do it. Yeah. So that is all. That's the update. I hope you guys are having a great week already. Yesterday we had some sprinkles, but it was not nearly enough to like make any dent in the water table or anything like that. So, but today is a sunny day, and I'm grateful for that. So, have a great Tuesday, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care, guys.